access details of the ED charge sheet against Arvind Kejriwal in the liquor scam case. Now, ED has mentioned a chat with the accused Vinod Chauhan and the Delhi Chief Minister. Chauhan is an accused in the matter who has also been arrested. And in fact, that chat is now being screenshots of which are being referred to. Let's quickly go back to Anshul. In fact, let's quickly go across to Anshul on this news story. Anshul, could you share those details that have been mentioned in the Enforcement Directorate's charge sheet?
So yes, this is for the first time that the Enforcement Directorate has officially gone ahead and mentioned Aam Aadmi Party as an accused in this entire investigation that has been carried out by the Enforcement Directorate over the last 2 years. Now there are severe allegations that have been put forth against the Aam Aadmi Party and the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. ED in his charge sheet has gone ahead and mentioned that how Arvind Kejriwal was in very close touch with Vinod Chauhan. Now, who is Vinod Chauhan? Vinod Chauhan is a lawyer, and the ED accuses that he is also responsible for Hawala transfers as well. Now, the main accusation against Vinod Chauhan at this point in time is that he was the person who got an amount of rupees 25 crore rupees from the PA of K. Kavita, and this money was actually transferred from Delhi to Goa through Hawala. And how did the ED actually establish that he actually was the person who was transferring this amount of 25.5 crore rupees through Hawala? ED has gone ahead and from the phone of Vinod Chauhan that was taken into custody by the Enforcement Directorate. From that phone, several pictures of notes of Hawala currency has been picked up, which actually establishes the fact that he was involved in Hawala transfers, and this money was actually transferred from Delhi to Goa to be utilized in the election, and this money was in turn received in Goa by another functionary of the Aam Aadmi Party, or a person who was closely involved with the Aam Aadmi Party in the elections, that is Charanpreet Singh. So all these details have very clearly been mentioned. In fact, also the ED has gone ahead and for the first time has mentioned Aam Aadmi Party as the main accused in this entire matter, where they have said that not only the Delhi Chief Minister knew and the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party actually knew that conspiracy like this is being hatched for the Aam Aadmi Party to reap benefits in the Goa elections. Even then he went ahead and gave it a go ahead, and that is the reason why the Enforcement Directorate has in fact gone ahead and
I shall continue to stay with me. Let me quickly go across to Ananya also. Ananya, some big revelations coming up now in that Enforcement Directorate's charge sheet. Should we say that the ED has finally been able to crack that money trail, and now that finally Aam Aadmi Party is also being referred to, and that digital evidence has also been alluded to?
Well, definitely, a big revelation coming in from, in fact, the Enforcement Directorate's charge sheet that Anshul has been able to access for our viewers. And if I'll take you through one of the parts of this charge sheet, which talks about, and I'll read and quote it, that the evidence there's a strong evidence that South Group has given a kickback of 100 crores as a part of which kickbacks were transferred for Goa to meet election expenditures of the Aam Aadmi Party in 2022. It would be appropriate to summarize that the finding of the investigation, which is relevant, is basically there is one person called Ashok who had in fact collected a big amount from K. Kavita's office that was given to Mr. Vinod Chauhan, who is said to have intricate relationships with Arvind Kejriwal. That relationship too, as Anshul was pointing out, be defined through those WhatsApp chats and how and what Mr. Vinod Chauhan was actually doing. In fact, notes of the pictures of various notes which are used for Hawala transaction were also recovered from his phone. So basically, big revelations coming in as far as the Delhi liquor excise policy is concerned, because remember that Arvind Kejriwal's legal team since the very beginning had been claiming that that there is no money trail involved in this particular case. The Enforcement Directorate has not been able to track down any kind of a money trail, but 100 crores kickback was something that was calculated by, in fact, the Enforcement Directorate. 45 crores were used in the Goa election, and that money had gone to, in fact, Goa via Hawala channels through Mr. Vinod Chauhan, who is said to be a close aide of Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, he has also been called the kingpin of this particular investigation, this particular, whole excise policy scam. And definitely, these are big revelations coming in.
Absolutely. And let me quickly bring in Anshul also. Anshul, are we only looking at one Hawala operator? Because there's another name of Sagar Patel which has been mentioned. As far as the proceeds of crime are concerned, the money trail is also being tracked down over to the advertisements for vendors and a survey for Aam Aadmi Party during Goa elections. Could you share all those other details that have been referred to in the charge sheet as well?
So yes, as of now, in fact, the basic allegation that was coming forth from the side of the Aam Aadmi Party, that the Enforcement Directorate has not been able to establish a clear money trail in this entire matter. They were asking where is the money. Now, in this charge sheet, the Enforcement Directorate for the first time has told the Aam Aadmi Party and the court as well that where did the money go, from where did it originate, and for what reason, who were the people involved in this entire chain of events as well. Charanpreet Singh actually becomes a very key accused in this entire matter, because he was the person who was managing in some way or the other the election campaign for the Aam Aadmi Party in Goa, and this money that was received by Vinod Chauhan from the office of K. Kavita by her PA, this money was given to Vinod Chauhan, and from the national capital it was sent to Goa election, and this was eventually received by Charanpreet Singh out there in Goa itself. So definitely now the Enforcement Directorate has established the entire chain as to how the Aam Aadmi Party is linked to it. In fact, the Enforcement Directorate goes on to further say that Charanpreet Singh is the person who has several when his call records were actually looked into by the Enforcement Directorate, he had several chats, he had several telephonic conversations with the senior members of the Aam Aadmi Party. Now this establishes the fact that Charanpreet Singh was actually a part of the Aam Aadmi Party's election campaign. So this entire chain of how initially we have seen in the charge sheet that was filed against Manish Sisodia that the Enforcement Directorate had said that this entire policy was made to benefit the Aam Aadmi Party, to reap benefits out of it, and now in this charge sheet that has been filed against the Delhi Chief Minister, in which the Aam Aadmi Party has been made an accused,
right.
The Enforcement Directorate takes that further and tells that how K. Kavita was asked for money from the South Lobby. She was in fact the face of the South Lobby, who was actually in contact with all the businessmen from Telangana, from whom allegedly the Delhi Chief Minister and the Aam Aadmi Party had asked for money to open their businesses out here in the national capital. And how was this money given? This is something that has now been established. This money was in fact given to K. Kavita. From K. Kavita's PA, it changed hands to Vinod Chauhan, and from Vinod Chauhan it went to Goa, where it was used by Charanpreet Singh in the Goa elections.
Ananya, my last question is about what the ED has stated. In fact, it's gone on to say that all those ingredients in the ED charge sheet have gone on to indicate that Section 23 is in fact fulfilled over here of the PMLA. What does that now mean?
Well, definitely it's a troublesome day for the Delhi Chief Minister, because the ED charge sheet speaks volume about this whole scam and how, in fact, there is a money trail. But an interesting aspect that has now come forth, the Enforcement Directorate, describing the conduct of the Delhi Chief Minister, goes on to say that Shri Arvind Kejriwal has even given false and contrary evidence vis-a-vis other members of the Aam Aadmi Party, contrary to the facts and records available. When he was confronted with the statements given by his own party leaders, he has called them confused. National Treasurer of the Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. N.D. Gupta, had stated that he is in Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is the national convener, and Mr. N.D. Gupta is an important aspect because he is the treasurer of the Aam Aadmi Party. And if I'll read down what the Enforcement Directorate has stated, that in his statement he has revealed that it is the national convener Shri Arvind Kejriwal who appoints the state election in charge or Prabharis. State Prabhari is supposed to maintain all election campaign related matter. In case of Goa election, Durgesh Pathak was chosen. However, Shri Arvind Kejriwal states that it is the Political Affairs Committee which decides the state election in charge. Shri Arvind Kejriwal, who first says that N.D. Gupta is an active member of the party and is a member of the PSC and has knowledge of the party functioning, but when confronted with his statement, N.D. Gupta he reveals that the national convener takes such decisions, is what Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has called Mr. N.D. Gupta to be a confused person. So, Aam Aadmi Party versus Aam Aadmi Party it is when it comes to this whole charge sheet, because he is denying the statements of his own party members at this particular point of time. How well does it stand up before the court? Whether Arvind Kejriwal would be able to secure a relief from the Supreme Court and the Delhi High Court is something that would be very, very interesting to see.
All right, I'm afraid we'll have to leave it at that. Many thanks to you, Ananya Bhatnagar and Anshul, for bringing in all those news inputs on this breaking story. We'll, in fact, be following all those developments. But for now,